Next on Showtime, a good 1950 gangster film. Joan Crawford is a lower-class girl who fights to get to the top by her wit and looks. The top, though, is to be a gangster's moll. It's good Joan Crawford. The Damned Don't Cry. Next.
They call us paranoid because we love our country. Because we want to survive. You know what's coming, don't you? Rioting in the streets of our cities.
No! No!
It is our constitutional right to bear arms. To become soldiers in the cause of freedom and the American way of life.
The 5 key members are all high-profile businessmen with top-level connections in Washington.
They have a hunting club, except they don't hunt animals. They hunt men. If we could only put an agent in there who could beat them at their own game.
There's no more right or wrong. There's only an avenging force. An exclusive you won't see on HBO or Cinemax. It's only on Showtime. Sunday.
Oh, my God.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre Part 2, sequel to the 1974 cult classic, is a movie full of surprises. One of them is Dennis Hopper. What's an Oscar nominee like him doing in a picture like this?
You know why I'm here.
Yes, making a comeback. After an infamous drug-crazy career, Hollywood bad boy Dennis Hopper returned from professional exile in 1986 with a series of meaty parts in films like Hoosiers and Blue Velvet. But first in '86 came this tour de flesh performance in the gags and gore movie Chainsaw Part 2. Dennis the Menace was back with a vengeance.
Lord, you show me the end. Show me what I fear, so I don't fear it no more.
I'm a recovering alcoholic and that getting sobriety, getting sober, stop taking drugs, all those things really cleared my head out and gave me a point of view. So now I'm a workaholic and I don't do the others.
Dennis Hopper's stormy career started calmly enough in Giant. In this 1956 epic, he played the sensitive son of Rock Hudson and Elizabeth Taylor. The movie also starred James Dean, a legendary role model for young rebels like Hopper. Dean died just weeks after Giant was made, but in 1969, Hopper and new friend Peter Fonda kept the rebel spirit alive when they created their own legend in Easy Rider. This breakthrough movie spotlighted another young actor, a guy named Jack Nicholson. It also earned Hopper a Cannes Film Festival award as Best New Director and an Oscar nomination as co-writer. A hot new talent, Hopper was given $1 million and went off to Peru to make his next movie, one with a prophetic title.
I went and made the last movie, which I was not successful with. I brought it back. I had final cut. Universal didn't want to distribute it. I won the Venice Film Festival with it. I wouldn't recut it. So it was only token distributed. And that ended my career as a director.
Hollywood. Podemos hacerlo de luego. Dan Hollywood. Padre, atiéndame. Hold it, you guys now. Wait. I want to get this thing over with. I got a lot of things I got to do.
And rather than growing up and saying, okay, then I go back to Los Angeles and I'll make another movie, I just stayed there and pouted and said, oh, those people in Los Angeles, they don't know how to make movies. And so I never made another movie.
The last movie featured a brief appearance by Mamas and Papas singer Michelle Phillips. In real life, she also appeared very briefly as Dennis Hopper's wife. Their marriage lasted 8 days. It was typical of Hopper's chaotic life, a life fueled by cocaine and rum.
And I hated Los Angeles, and I hated the people, and the industry was all screwed up, and I was okay. In point of fact, I was just having problems with myself, and I wasn't really mature enough for the task of going on.
Hopper did go on acting, and in Apocalypse Now in 1979, he seemed to be playing a parody of his spaced-out, druggy side with comic results.
Do you know that if is the middle word in life? If you can keep your head when all about you're losing theirs and blaming it on you, if you can trust yourself when all men doubt you. I mean, I can't, I'm a little man. I'm a little man. He's a great man. I should have been a pair of ragged claws scuttling across floors of silent seas. I mean...
Stay with the boat.
Hey, don't go without me, okay? I want to get a picture.
Despite his talent, Hopper's excesses drove him into a mental institution in 1983. Ironically, when he recovered, he returned to films playing a couple of crazed characters.
Boys, boys, boys.
As Lieutenant Lefty Enright in Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, Hopper is an avenging angel, hell-bent for Leatherface. He came, he sawed, he conquered.
Hold him tight for me.
In David Lynch's bizarre mystery, Blue Velvet, Hopper stunned audiences as the evil Frank Booth. Time magazine called his character maybe the vilest, most sadistic creep in movie history.
Be polite!
I understood Frank Booth. David pushed me. I would have played him probably a lot more down.
See? That there? I can make him do anything I please.
Sometimes find that scarier than somebody who's on top of it all the time and pushing it and so loud and angry all the time. I'm afraid that you don't have any place to go. But David kept insisting to take me right to the edge every time. And so I did it the way he wanted it. I'm very glad that I did.
Me? You and me?
Dennis Hopper finally found relief from his movie demons in Hoosiers. Here he did portray an alcoholic, but one whose heartwarming battle against the bottle wins him respect. And Hopper's performance won him an Academy Award nomination this year as Best Supporting Actor.
You're embarrassing your son. I don't need to hear that. I'd like you to leave.
It's a wonderful performance, and I'm very proud of it.
Hopper is also proud of his reemergence as a director. In his first major work since Easy Rider, he'll soon release Colors, an LA street gang drama starring Sean Penn and Robert Duvall.
I'd like to do 3 months as an actor in a film and then go back and direct and work it that way. So if I could direct a film a year and act in a film a year, I'd be more than happy. I'd feel very satisfied.
Dennis Hopper, from Easy Rider through a long, rough ride. At age 51, he's a true Hollywood survivor. Watch Blue Velvet, starring Dennis Hopper, this month, only on Showtime.
Oh, you can have a personal life on the road. You just have to have it with strangers. I think America's anti-relationship. Everybody wants one, but nobody wants one on their block, you know?
My car insurance went up, which I could not believe. I've never had a ticket, never had an accident. 34 years old, my insurance goes up. Have you heard this excuse yet from your company? Know why it went up? Because I'm single. Because I'm single. Like I have nothing to live for. There's a cliff. What the hell?
I've always had good relationships. I think my relationships were better because I was gone so much. I was with a guy for 4 years that I realized this would have ended in a month if I had to see this guy more than I saw him. I was on the road so much those years that it was always a honeymoon when I came home. Then I was home for about a month. I said, who the hell is this? I hate this guy. I don't like this guy. Nothing in common. Who is this guy?
I'll tell you what galls me the most is I'm in the heat filming in New York. You know, I've been at this 14 years trying to get someplace. Open the paper. There's Donna Rice and Jessica Hahn in bathing suits at the Beverly Hills Hotel mulling over film scripts. I'm sweating on 44th and 9th. I'm not mulling over film scripts. You know why? Because I sleep with people that can do me absolutely no good.
Comics aren't competitive as opposed to actors because when there's one part available in a movie or something and they need a 5'10", dark-haired, good-looking actor, 10,000 men show up. And it's so arbitrary as to how to cast something like that. Comedy's not competitive because I'm never going to get a job that they want Jay Leno for. he can't get a job away from me. I mean, I'm hired because they need what I do. So no one ever loses a job to anyone else. It's all so select that it's actually a very supportive business.
You know why men will shop for food? Because men can eat and not gain weight. And we make you pay in every other area of life because of this. This drives us nuts. Everyone has gone through this. You're eating lunch with your boyfriend. He's eating 2 hamburgers, French fries, milkshake, chocolate cake. You're eating a salad. Who gains weight? You. I'm eating lettuce for a year. I'm not losing anything. After a year of shoving it down, he says, I'm getting a little Billy. I hope you blow up.
If there are rules to comedy, I've certainly not heard about them. I think you should be neat. I think neatness counts. And concise. And, you know, get off when weapons are shown. I think if people take out anything that could reach you, you should leave politely. And I don't know if there's any rules to comedy. My thing is, I mean, I do kind of relevant material, but I feel that my first job is to entertain. And that's what I try to do.
Broadway, baby, learning how to sing and dance, waiting for the one big chance to be in the show. Hey, Mr. Producer, I'm talking to you, sir. I don't need a lot, what I got, lots of tuba grease played in a bottle of spot. Someday, maybe, all the dreams will be repaid.
Watch for Elaine Boosler in her second Showtime special, Broadway Baby, premiering October 10th.
You've never run from anything in your life. Run from this.
They are here. They are a nightmare. But they are as real as the terror you feel.
No lads. No lads. Here now in this city, in the middle of a modern city.
Showtime presents Leslie Ann Down and the star of Remington Steele, Pierce Brosnan, in an exclusive you won't see on HBO or Cinemax. If you've ever been frightened of anything, you will be frightened by Nomads, only on Showtime. Tuesday.
It's true. Our viewers really win with Showtime. Meet Howard, Fran, Sid, Gwen, and Sandy, winners of Showtime's Whirlwind Weekend in France sweepstakes. What a way to kick off Showtime weekend.
Showtime weekends are the greatest.
After flying first class on Air France, our winners landed in Saint-Tropez, just in time to cheer boxing champ Evander Holyfield on to victory from their ringside seats.
I can't believe it. It's fantastic. The nicest place I've ever been to.
After resting up in Saint-Tropez, it was time to jet off to Paris. First-class hotels, fine dining, and of course, seeing the sights. Notre Dame, the Eiffel Tower, the Arc de Triomphe.
Viva Showtime!
It was indeed a whirlwind weekend, a trip to remember.
Showtime weekends are fantastic. They showed me Saint-Tropez in Paris first class, and I'll never forget it as long as I live.
Thank you very much for this trip, and I hope you have another contest soon.